If your strategy isn't moving the needle, it's not you. It's your identity. Identity shifting means upgrading who you believe you are so new habits and real results finally stick. Today, I'll give you the 2-minute confidence exercise I use with clients, often creating breakthroughs in a single week, plus a clear 5-step identity plan you can start now so you stop spinning your wheels and start getting results. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do next. Tell me if any of these sound familiar. It's 11 p.m., you're staring at a proposal that says $2,000, your cursor hovers, and before you can stop yourself, you backspace it to 1,200, add no rush, toss in 2 bonuses, and hit send, heart racing. And the next morning, your calendar is full of everyone else's priorities. That's not a strategy problem. That's a helper undercharger identity running the show. Or your sister texts, "Can you host Sunday?" You planned a quiet day, but your thumb types, "Sure," before your brain arrives. Fast forward, it's 1 a.m. and you're making lists, balloons, snacks, seating. By Sunday night, you're staring at a sink full of dirty dishes, exhausted and resentful. Again. That's not poor time management. That's people pleaser. The people pleaser identity saying yes just to feel safe. Or maybe you buy the good sneakers, set a 6 a.m. alarm, you're doing it. Then at 5:59 a.m., the negotiations begin. Tomorrow's better. I'll start Monday. By 9 p.m., you're scrolling and telling yourself you lack discipline. When you don't. You're just living as the striver, not finisher identity. And your nervous system prefers familiar over forward progress. Change the identity and the follow-through stops feeling like such a battle. Which one of these hit home for you? Drop a quick comment below with me if you've ever found yourself in one of these loops. The truth is, if you keep letting your old identity run the show, you'll keep spinning your wheels no matter how many new strategies you try. That's how years slip by and nothing really changes. I lived these patterns until I discovered the identity shift that finally made real change and real results stick. To start, I'm going to show you why strategy isn't your problem. Mismatch is. Most people stack tactic after tactic while running them from an identity that can't hold the result. Your nervous system wants consistency more than it wants success. If the old me equals the striver, the fixer, the people pleaser, or the one who's always behind, then subconsciously, success feels like a betrayal of who you've been. Your system quietly pulls you back to your comfort zone. It's like your thermostat is set to struggle. Get too close to success, and it kicks you back to familiar territory. Here's how this loop works. Your self-concept informs your state. Your state informs your behavior. Your behavior informs your results, and your results reinforce your self-concept. Now let me simplify this for you. Your self-concept, who you believe you are, sets your state. For example, calm versus anxious, or certain versus doubtful. Furthermore, your state drives your behavior, whether or not you're consistent, whether or not you follow through on what you say you will, whether or not you're able to set and maintain healthy limits and boundaries, whether or not you're able to stay focused on a task until completion. And of course, your behavior creates your results, and then your results feed back into and further reinforce your identity. See, this is who I am. Now, pause for a second. Can you spot a moment this week where you fell back into an old pattern, even though you had a new plan? Drop a yes in the comments below if this sounds familiar. So, what does this mean for you? Well, when identity and strategy don't match, you get friction and fatigue and that feeling you call inconsistency. And that can sound like an ongoing pattern of, I'll start again on Monday. Now, when they do match, habits feel natural and results compound. The bottom line is change the identity and your state changes. When your state changes, behavior changes and actions stick. When behaviors change and actions stick, you get the results you want and you get them on repeat. But how do we do that? Well, let me show you how to get your identity and your strategy to match so you can start getting the results you want. Before we shift anything, name the pattern you're in by simply paying attention to the beliefs that are running in the background of your life. Be willing to bring them into the light of your conscious awareness for inquiry. How do they stand up? Are they aligned with who you say you want to be and where you say you want to go? Are they serving you? If not, it's time for new beliefs. Remember, a belief is just a thought you've picked up and then thought over and over again until it became embedded as your belief, and you can change your beliefs. So ask yourself, what sentences run your day? Grab a pen and write down what you know plays in the back of your mind. What's your old me story? Do you catch yourself thinking things like, I have to work really hard to be deserving? Or, that's just not who I am? These are the scripts running your life. What you want to do is start paying attention to your self-talk. Catch the micro phrases you automatically say to yourself without thinking, such as I hope, or I'll try, or one day maybe. And while you're at it, start paying attention to your habits. What do you do on autopilot? Do you scroll or binge watch Netflix while ignoring the stack of books on your bedside table? Do you put things off or postpone getting things done that you know would get results? Next, have a look at your environment. What's in your field of vision? Is it filled with clutter and chaos? Do you have 37 tabs open on your computer and notifications pinging and distracting you all day long? And then take a good look at your relationships. Who do you spend the most time with? Who reflects back to you the old you? And who inspires you to stretch and grow? Who expects the new you to show up? If you don't get honest with yourself and bring these patterns into the light of day, they'll keep running your life on autopilot. But if you name them, you can change them. So now that you've taken an inventory of your beliefs, habits, environment, and relationships, I want you to write one line. Old me is fill in the blank. What is the role the old version of you plays? Who are they? What is the pattern they're running on subconscious autopilot? Fill in the blank. Then do the same for the new you. New me is, and fill in the blank with a simple two-word identity. Who, and fill in the blank with the new pattern that the new version of you is moving toward consciously, deliberately. For example, old me was the people pleaser or approval seeker who always said yes to extra work and then stayed up late exhausted. New me is the boundary queen who sets a 6 p.m. cutoff and sticks to it. Just think of your old identity like a pair of shoes you've outgrown. They're familiar, comfortable even, but they're holding you back from running at full speed. Comment below with your new two-word identity. Let me know who you're committed to becoming in the comment section below. Now that you have your new two-word identity clarified, let me show you my 2-minute confidence reset. This exercise is simple yet effective. And the best part is it only takes 2 minutes. First, stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself directly in the eyes and take a moment to ground and calm your body. Either sit or stand tall. Feel your feet on the ground beneath you. Notice your breath and the determination in your own eyes. Place your hand on your heart and take a few deep breaths. Inhale through your nose and then a long and complete exhale through your mouth. Then another slow breath, inhaling to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 6. Full release. Now, say quietly, I am safe and I choose my state. Why this works is it begins to soothe your nervous system, so your natural confidence has a chance to rise to the surface. But we're not done. While still looking yourself directly in the eyes, in the mirror, smile, while you continue to focus on your breath. And get yourself into a power pose. Feet shoulder width apart, ribs aligned directly over your hips, shoulders down and slightly back. Now, name and claim your new 2-word identity. The new identity that you want to embody. Say it out loud and incorporate it into a complete sentence. Today, I am, fill in the blank. Who, and fill in the blank, with a specific quality you want to embody or an action you want to take. For example, today, I am calm, empowered. I am a woman who trusts herself fully and makes decisions quickly and confidently. I use this with clients and watch Sarah go from anxious to decisive in a week. Or, today, I am the magnetic creator of my reality. I embody supernatural faith and belief in myself and my abilities. And repeat your statement intentionally 3 to 5 times. By the time you're done, you should feel the shift in your body. That's what you're looking for, a change in your state. From there, you want to look for, celebrate, and record any and all evidence, no matter how small. For example, I kept my promise to myself and followed through with X. Or I handled Y really well. Or I said no thank you, I'm not available. And I said it with confidence. That is who I am. Now, why this works is it pairs your new self-concept with proof. This evidence stacking is what convinces your subconscious that you mean business, and it begins to anchor your new identity. When practiced consistently, you'll naturally show up as the new version of you, while the old begins to slip away, so effortlessly, you'll almost forget you were ever that person. But consistency is the key here. This only works if you give yourself the benefit of repetition. I've seen clients go from doubting themselves to landing their dream job in a matter of weeks, just by repeating this exercise. Every time you act as your new identity, you prove to yourself that change is possible, one small win at a time. Now comes the micro act as if action. Pick one small action your new you would do right now. Open the document and start typing. Write the letter or email you've been putting off. Do the 10-minute workout. Make the investment. Hire the mentor. Just get moving. Start a 10-minute timer and begin the task. Why this works? Action creates immediate evidence, which is how you create a confidence loop. From there, you want to continue to seal and anchor your new identity by logging every win. Don't rely on your memory. Track your progress in a journal or notes app. Looking back on your wins will remind you how far you've come. Being able to refer back to this progress report will really serve you. That leads us on to my 5-step identity plan that you can start now. This is where we make it stick without unnecessary pain, struggle, or frustration. Step 1 is name it in one sentence. For example, I am the calm CEO who makes smart decisions and big moves daily. 2 words for identity plus a short behavior pattern. It's short, it's memorable, and speak it on repeat daily. Step 2 is upgrade your language. Your words train your nervous system. Replace I hope to with I am, or use I choose to instead of I have to. And trade I'm not good at for I'm getting better at. Remember, progress, not perfection. And what you say to yourself all day long really matters. Step 3 is the evidence protocol. Your brain doesn't change through repeating affirmations alone. It changes through proof. So take a minimum of 1 aligned action per day and then have a nightly review. What got easier today because of who I was being? Most people feel the shifts quickly because the evidence starts stacking. Step 4 is environment cues. Don't kid yourself. There is no neutral environment. Everything cues your identity. So create visuals. For example, with sticky notes, post your new identity on the mirror as a daily reminder. Set do not disturb in work blocks and remove at least 3 top dopamine apps from all your devices. Clear your desk and keep your phone out of reach. And wear clothes that make you feel good, strong, confident, and beautiful. It matters. Step 5 is about social containers and boundaries. Identity stabilizes faster when it's witnessed. Tell one safe friend, coach, or mentor your identity sentence. Then ask them to mirror it back to you when you wobble, by reminding you of who you are now. And create one boundary sentence. For example, I don't discuss work in progress. Instead, I only share concrete change and I let my results speak for themselves. And most importantly, choose your circle and the rooms you spend time in wisely. Be around people who expect your new you to show up. People who call you forward to your next level and will hold you to that standard. Limit the time you spend with people who can only see you through the lens of the old you, or worse, are far more comfortable with you staying exactly the same as opposed to changing and potentially outgrowing or outshining them in some way. Even the most well-intended people will find your growth confronting, triggering even. So do yourself a favor and start to put some distance between you and people who are determined to drag you down or hold you back or invalidate your growth in any way. I've seen clients transform their results just by making these 5 shifts. One even doubled her income in 6 months after changing her circle and her self-talk. If she can do it, you can do it too. Now that you know that shifting your identity is the cheat code to success, if you're ready to lock in these changes and take your results to the next level, watch this video next to learn how to compound your results by using the law of attraction to get what you want in life.